Doglord manages to get online. I guess he's having connection issues with getting on.
Yeah, otherwise we can start with Benji and then see how we get on, commence with marketing as usual.
Yeah, let me double check. Let me look at the YouTube channel and just double check if we're on.
Sorry guys, we know obviously all channels are important for us, so we'd rather take a couple of minutes and try and get set up properly without interruption.
We'd like to make sure that everything's on, is streaming and is live before we start with the content. Otherwise, people that are listening on YouTube at a later date might miss out on it. Yeah. I think it's on here. It says the 8th of February. It says one person is watching. So we're on. We're live, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, I believe we're live. There's 2 people watching now that I've opened up, so we should be good. Doglord is here as well. Yeah, so
I'm number 3. We're good.
Okay, so let's get started off. Let's get started then. Shahid, do you want to start it off?
Benji, do you want to go, and then we'll roll into marketing after? Maybe a few updates in the game. Good man.
Okay, yeah, sure. So we are having like a couple of issues with the servers this past couple of tests. We're working on fixing it, so sorry for that. It should be fine soon. It's nothing that terrible, but it's really annoying for the testers. But we're working with like the company that provides a networking service to kind of fix these issues, and we should get back on soon. So probably in the next few tests. I think right now it's working fine, but like there were some issues last night, and there might be a couple like next test, but nothing to worry too much about. On the cooler side, we have like a newer area that is coming soon. So some of you who have been testing the game recently, like yesterday, seen that there is like a door behind Bullish to a new area. This area is bearish, so it will be a huge dungeon, and you'll see more of it in the next couple of days. It's like the map itself is like mostly done. There is still some work to do for the gameplay to improve it and make it more interesting. But yeah, it will be very exciting. Like when it will be released, it's looking great. So yeah, we're very excited about that. We also have like other areas of the game that are in progress. I cannot really show much right now. Like we cannot really show much of it right now, but like there are some very, very cool things. So there's a lot of progress on the maps. We also started working on like implementing the tool for the quest creation and the development of the quests. So this is coming relatively soon. So as soon as we have like the server issues fixed, we'll have it. It will be like the main focus, and we should have some basic quests in the game soon. We are also designing a tool to add monsters and like enemies and weapons more quickly, like in a way that doesn't require a developer to really add them. So it can be done by designers, and it will be also like more scalable and more stable. So it will be easier to like basically like the development team will create some features for the weapons, and then the designers can use these features to implement to really create new content, and that will help us have like much more scalability, and we'll have that way we can have like hundreds of weapons in the game relatively easily. And yeah, so that's mostly what we are working on these days. I think that's pretty much it for the development. So yeah, maybe Shahid, you can.
Thank you, Benji. Cool. So on the marketing side of things, quite a few things we're working on. We gave a few leaks last week in the Discord channel. So what do we get completed? We got our server updates on the CMS side completed. It's going to sound a little bit like Benji, to be fair. This took a little bit of time for us to configure, and the goal was to make sure that we can move our local code to our testing environment. So this week, we're currently going through in-house testing. We're testing the modules, our current templates, and really the mobile experience. And just like with a smart contract, we want to make sure our web experience is correct first time. So we want to catch as many bugs as we can in this in-house test. And then phase 2 would be to open the test up to some of the community members, some of which we're already engaging to and some which we'll reach out to. So that's on the tech side of things for CMS and website. But some of the fun stuff on design updates. So another refresh to the homepage. So you'll see the Bezogies and Petzogies chilling in their natural habitat. So we got some new updated designs for the, really for our NFTs. Also, I'll be sharing this week the gallery listings and individual listings for Bezogies and Petzogies. That'll be in the leak section. So that will be tomorrow and Wednesday. And today we are going to share with you the alpha form sign-up process. So we've heard a lot of feedback from the community as ever. All forms will be integral into the main site. We'll have different forms for different onboarding process, whether that's newsletter, signing up for the alpha, whether you want to become an influencer, PR and partnership. So all of these different forms will be part of the site. And one of the first forms we'd share with you today is the alpha signing up process. So it's a 2-form process. First form will capture some required fields. Very important, your wallet address, which is needed for playing. And also you will probably see a Bezoge on screen. This guy doesn't like waiting for you to fill in forms. So you'll probably see a little bit of animation from some of the localized Bezoges based on where you are on the site. So you'll have a confirmation screen once you're signed up for the process, which will then encourage you to download Discord, join the Discord community, acquire some NFTs on Opensea if you don't own them already. And as mentioned, we have a nice little video sequence updated and just maybe showing the Bezoge waiting for you while you're filling in the form. I don't know if we've got that dog lord ready, the little GIF.
It's actually being streamed on YouTube right now.
Okay, nice, lovely.
As you were going by, I was streaming everything on YouTube relevant to what you were sharing.
Yeah, so what you'll see my little friend Bezoge, and when you're filling in the form, if you take too long, he's going to engage. He's going to look down, say, "Come on, dude, hurry up, join the alpha." So we've got a few little concepts like this that are being engineered into our templates. A lot of things going on. Hopefully some really nice leaks for you this week. On the marketing channel side of things, so we were doing some adjustments on our paid search campaigns. We're just tweaking a few of our budgets and setting up and adjusting some of our modifiers. But you should see now global, we've activated English speaking language. So yeah, pretty much all markets, maybe bar 1 or 2, you should see our branded ads live. So yeah, a lot being worked on, a lot more to update for next week. A lot of progress on the website. I did want to get live, ideally today, if I'm completely honest. But as with anything, we want to make sure we launch a smooth experience. We're not that far away. As you can see, you'll see from the templates we leak, we're pretty much done with wireframing, experience, UX. Like I say, final stages are development and getting launched. So not that far away. Thank you for being patient with me. That's probably what I'd say.
Well, a bunch of leaks would keep me patient, so let's have some this week while we're going testing, okay?
For sure. So my plan is to leak a template pretty much every day this week for you. So right towards the end of the week, it will probably be roadmap or maybe launchpad. But yeah, there'll be some nice surprises this week. That's it for marketing. I think,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
maybe we
can
step
now
on.
move on to Carrie's community update to me.
What's up, everyone? Well, first, I just want to thank the community for their participation in helping us grow our presence on StockTwits and YouTube. I've seen a huge increase in the numbers, and it's paying off for us this past week. So I want to keep that energy and keep that same trend going for this coming week as well. The StockTwits and YouTube. Liking, watching, commenting, following. It definitely helps. And as a reminder to everyone, we have a huge giveaway going on, 1 trillion tokens on the main Twitter account. So make sure you've completed all the necessary steps. The deadline is just right at midnight on the 14th, and the winner will be chosen on the 15th. So make sure you've entered the giveaway and followed all the steps necessary for that. That's a huge amount of tokens. Someone's going to be really happy with that winning. And something we've done, Sir Swifty and I, this past week, we hosted a Twitter space just as like a safety, just a little safety one-on-one for crypto and wallets, just a generalized safety recorded not an AMA, but just a recorded Twitter space. And if you haven't listened to it yet, you can find it on my alt account, Bezoge Groupies. I tagged it on my main account and Sir Swifty as well. If it's something that the community wants us to continue, we can do that on a semi-regular basis. Just added little tips and helpful information to do what we can to teach and guide newcomers into the space on how to stay safe. Safety is important for all of us. So give me some feedback on that if you'd like us to continue it. And
Carrie, on safety, sorry to butt in. On safety, one thing is, even in the last 10 minutes, I've been sent a message from a fake version of Doglord saying, "Are you available?" So please, there's a few people that have messaged me already with screenshots that they've received the same message. So just be wary that right now there is a fake Doglord sending people messages on Telegram saying, "Are you available? Need help with something real quick?" That's not Doglord that's doing that. They even messaged me, so they're trying to scam me, including the other holders. So yeah, just be wary of that. I mean, you need to always keep an eye. We will never DM you and ask for help with anything.
Yes, it's so important. And the scammers, they're aggressive, relentless, they're tricky. You know, they can say things that will make you think twice and make you think you're actually speaking to one of the devs or admins. So, yeah, safety is very important. And, you know, I think that we need to just constantly do these little recordings and remind everyone about it. But I'd love the community's feedback as well if you'd like us to continue and record these. So if you can't join in live, you can listen later on. You know, you may have been in crypto for a while, but with the scammers, new things are happening often. So you might not be aware of all the potential ways that they're scamming now. So I would personally love to continue spreading the word and sharing the safety info. But that's it on the community side. But I've got a handful of questions if you guys are ready for that.
Not sure
I'm
if
always
you
ready for the questions, Karen.
Okay. I wanted to make sure you could hear me. It was really quiet.
Yep.
All right. So first question, how many total team members do we have now?
We currently have close to about 25 that are actually working sort of full time on the project, and we are actually very actively over this month and next month trying to scale up. And we've mentioned a few times we just moved to a new office that has capacity for an extra 15 to 20 people on top of what we already have in the China office. We'll be scaling that up. So the idea is within the next 1 to 2 months. Main reason being in China, the best time to hire is right after Chinese New Year. So we'll be scaling up the team over the next couple months and hopefully getting it up to about 30 people within the China office alone. Alongside that, Shahid will be building out the team most likely in the Dubai office. And maybe Shahid, you can say a little bit about that, but we'll most likely have, 4 or 5 people in the Dubai office as well. So every aspect of the team is expanding. And then we also have the development team within Pakistan that we're also expanding out and hiring a couple more blockchain devs over the next few weeks. So every aspect of the team, I think within the next few months, we should be able to get the team up to about 50 people is the goal. It's going to be difficult, but we're trying to scale the team really fast. So
yeah, I think
it should be achievable.
As we grow the channels, we grow the different languages, for sure we'll be expanding in, all of those different functions. That will happen naturally as we grow. And that's within the plan.
Yeah, precisely.
All right, perfect. All right, so the next question. Someone asked, can we get a 3D file for our Bezoge if we show proof of ownership?
That's something that we do want to do. It's not something that we are actively developing right now as we speak, but we definitely do want to build that feature in. So sometime in the future, we will have that feature available for people to download their Bezoge directly. I think because of the way that the Bezoges are created, Benji may be able to answer this one a bit better than me, but it should actually be easier for us perhaps to allow people to export their Bezoge directly from within the game, because that way we could add the textures and the colors directly onto the Bezoge before it's exported. But that's the way
probably.
I would kind of like to do it, because otherwise it's a case of us generating. We have to generate a 3D file for every single one, which is a little bit more difficult. But if we have a way to export them directly within the game, I think that's going to make the process a lot easier.
Yeah, that's something that could be done. Yeah.
So Benji, did you want to say anything on that? Benji, are you a speaker actually?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear him. I don't think
I can hear you, Benji.
Okay.
It says connecting on my screen for him. Let me remove him from speakers and add him back in.
We could hear him.
Yeah, we can hear him.
Oh, not again.
Stop messing around with the Twitter space, dude.
Okay, I can't hear anything, so just let him speak.
Okay.
Now, so yeah.
Yeah, it's working. We can hear you.
Yeah, it would be possible to export from the game. It would be also possible to export. I mean, maybe creating a file for every Bezoge might be like a little bit from the server and hosting it on the server. But it's anyway. It would be doable. Or to have like a way to visualize them. That's also a possibility.
Guys, you'll have to let me know when he's finished speaking, because I can't hear anything.
Okay, he's done, I guess.
Yeah,
he's done.
Yep, thanks, Benji.
Thank you, Benji.
Okay, Jeff, are you able to hear me, Jeff?
I can hear you, Carrie. I just can't hear Ben, and I can't hear Doglord either. I think Doglord says connecting. I can't hear anything he says. I think, or Ben. I don't know why this happens every week.
Okay.
But anyway, that's fine.
I'm wondering if you turn your captions on.
Turn my what? Sorry.
Your captions on, so you can see.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. Yeah, let me turn my captions on. Okay, that's going to help. Okay.
Okay, so next question. Any updates on the ability to use a handheld controller?
I'll let Benji answer this one.
Yeah. That's like it's not there yet. Like right now, the main priority is like fixing the server, the stability, etc. But after that, it can come relatively soon. I think it's actually possible to use a controller right now by binding the controls. We haven't tested it fully, so probably there might be like a couple of controls that are that might be a little bit awkward. So there is no default configuration, etc. But if you take the time to bind the controls, it's possible. We'll add in the relatively near future also like a default controls for the like a joystick, etc. So it should be nicer to play, but it's already somewhat possible to like it's possible to use probably, but it's
So would it be right, Benji, that you would pair the Xbox or Steam controller with your PC via Bluetooth, and then it just acts as another device, and then you'd bind the controls within your settings within the game?
Yes. I think the main issue might be with the joysticks, so I'm not like fully sure if the directions, etc., might be. I mean, some of it should already be working, but like it's to have like a real full support that might we'll probably need to do like a couple of steps within the game. It's probably playable right now, but like I'm not 100% sure.
I'll test it out over the next couple of days and report back on that.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I also have like an Xbox controller. I will test it soon.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Thanks, Benji. Okay, next question.
I enjoyed reading the captions, guys. I really enjoyed reading the captions. I couldn't hear anything there. I just read it all on captions.
Poor Jeff. Okay, so next question. Will we be able to bundle Bezoge and pets together to rent out?
Long term, yes. This is not something that we plan to have as a rental method, to rent them as bundles in the beginning, but definitely in the medium to long term, this is something that we'll bundle in and add on. We'll have to do some testing first and see if it makes sense from a rental perspective. But I don't see any reason why we shouldn't allow the bundling of Bezogies with pets for renting. So yeah, we'll definitely add that in at some point. Whether it's going to be available in the beta or not is a different story. 100% rental of Bezogies will be available in beta, but bundling them with pets might not be available right away. It'll probably be something that we add in a little bit later.
Awesome. All right. This might be a question more for Shahid to answer. What were the analytic results from the first round of our ads, and were they successful?
Yeah, overall, so we've run a couple of different things, just to summarize. We've had the Dubai sponsorship event, the Dubai Soccer Awards. This was an extremely successful event. We had over 500 clippings from the event. Clippings are effectively placements in different languages and countries on various press and news outlets. We've also run the Polish boxing event, much more smaller, localized, something we'll look at expanding on a little bit further. We had a giveaway for that event. And as part of our recent activations, so we've activated our paid search ads. And one of the steps involved was to ensure that our conversion tracking is in place. So what this means is so we can measure how many clicks are coming through to the site and whether those clicks are converting into an action. An action might be signing up for the alpha. An action might be downloading the game, for example. Different conversion goals, and we're seeing a very, very healthy conversion rate. I normally wouldn't share, but for branded conversion, I'll give you a range. We're seeing plus 5% conversion rate for branded traffic right now, kind of to be expected. And we're seeing a really healthy share of traffic between our channels. So yeah, things are really progressing well, and we haven't even really started, if I'm honest. We're literally building the first foundations. The game is in alpha. We've got an amazing product. We've got amazing Bezogis, Petzogis. The alpha gameplay experience has been, it's been flawless. It's just so engaging. So yeah, we're about to activate the game. A lot of our channels, brick by brick. Yeah, we will become stronger, but overall successful in our first round of marketing. Measurement is very, very important.
Nice. That's exciting. I'm definitely excited to see more than that. Okay, I have one more question, and it's probably the most important. I'm not sure who to direct it to yet, but I'm just going to ask, and then y'all can decide who wants to answer. But the most important question is, why are we pumping?
No idea.
I love that question. I love that question. That's my kind of question. I think it got me talking. We should have more of those questions in the AMA. Honestly, I think I can only come up with two things, and one would be that I think since May, after every pump, we've gone through a consolidation phase because we've been running organically on Uniswap, and there's no market makers of sorts, right? So these are organic ways of growing, because after every pump, when we consolidate, we deflate and we burn a lot more. So the next leg up requires less volume. And secondly, which is just a hunch, and then obviously I can probably ask if the other guys want to add in, but since Bezoge has gone quite corporate now,
Hi everyone. Sorry, we had some technical issue. Technical issue on the space for some reason. It just randomly cut off. Paulo, I've invited you as a co-host. There we go. Paolo, Legends of Bezogia account is now the co-host.
You can hear me, okay?
That's
Zach,
not.
Zach,
I'm
I've
not sure
invited
if
you to
that's
speak.
Paulo.
I can hear you okay, Shahid, yeah?
Yes, it's me.
Oh, let's see. Okay.
I don't know why it cut off there. There's something very strange that happens with my Twitter. I need to work out why.
It's like you've got a time limit.
Shahid, can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, can still hear you. I think we were wrapping up.
We were talking about. I mean, Zach was talking about why we
we're pumping.
I believe was the topic.
And then we have some questions from the community.
Yep. So I'll let Zach wrap up why we're pumping, because I know he likes that topic.
Zach, you're on mute.
Zach, you're on mute if you want to speak.
Not sure if he can listen. He's having issues with the mic.
Okay, hopefully we can get it. Anyway, we can move forward. Maybe Carrie, has Carrie come back on? Let me add her as a speaker as well. Because I think Carrie was going to maybe go through I think that was the final questions from the community, but just in case she had anything to add. And then we can move on to questions from the community directly. Carrie, was there anything else that needed to be added from community side?
No, that was the final question, but that was the most important one, man. I was really looking forward to Zach's response on that.
Why pump? Why are we pumping? I mean, the easiest way to answer why we're pumping is because people are buying.
That's usually my response in Telegram.
The simplest solution. That is the answer. That is the true answer. People are buying because they believe in the project, and they believe in the value of the project. And I think it's nice to see. And every time the price goes up, it makes me happy, because a lot of my friends and family are invested in the project, and everyone that's on here that supports the project on a daily basis. When the price is going up, everyone's making money on here, so it's really nice to see. Although it's a long-term thing, it doesn't make a big difference in the short term, but it's still nice for people to see. Okay, let me bring on Mike. I know Shahid is maybe not very happy about the price pumping though, because I think he wanted to buy some more.
I was waiting for a little pullback. But yeah, all good. I mean, we're still at ground zero as far as I'm concerned. Like it's a big project we're working on. We're solidifying things. There's only upside from here, so everything is good.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Mike. I saw Mike. You did another poll this week, so I'm sure you have a lot of questions, just like Carrie from the community. So, do you want to fire away with a couple of those questions?
Well, I feel like, hi, hello, how's everybody doing? Carrie asked some of those questions already, and the rest of the questions are too repetitive, I feel like. So we'll skip them this week. They've been answered multiple times. Maybe we'll ask them again next AMA, not this AMA. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on and I just want to thank everybody. Thank you. Thank Dog Lord, Zach, and really everybody on the team. I enjoyed listening to you guys, and special thank to Zach and Dog Lord for hopping on Twitter Spaces often with us.
And I was just about to give a shout out to you, Mike, for that. Mike, Cat, and BH, they regularly host Twitter Spaces
we enjoyed Dog Lord hopping on, drinking his coffee. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on and say thank you to making everybody feel welcome. And that's all, man. I love everything about the project, and let's keep going. That's really all I had to say.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mike. And yeah, Mike, I know that the questions sometimes do get a bit repetitive, but it's mainly because there's a lot of new people that haven't heard the answers to these questions.
I think I was having trouble with my mic.
It's understandable that the questions will be similar on a weekly basis because that's just what the majority of people want to know. So we're always happy to answer questions again, because even if it's the same
we can
questions
hear
last
you.
week, things might have changed a little bit. You can hear me?
What's going on?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Hey, Mr. Swifty. Sorry. Okay, I'm in again.
So I had a question on my stream about the renting. Is there going to be an alert system? So if so let's say I'm renting out Bezogies, right? If somebody's using mine and they stop playing and somebody wants to use that specific one, is there going to be like an alert system to know, or like a favorites a favorites list? That was something somebody asked me on my stream.
Okay.
Almost like a reservation system, Swifty, right?
Yeah, something like that. Like, hey, your favorite Bezoge is available to play, and like a push notification. Because think of that. That's definitely a great way to get somebody's attention and keep people kind of engaged in the game too. So I like that idea and wanted to bring it up and just ask if that was kind of in the works.
Yeah. So Swifty, sorry, I can't hear you at all. I'm literally reading the captions of what you just asked. But I think it was about the rentals and what happens when you've got something rented out, someone rents it, they've finished using it, and then another player comes on and wants to use it. Is that right?
Similar, but more about your favorite Bezogies or a specific one that you're waiting to play with. So maybe a push notification comes through letting you know that your desired Bezoge is ready to be rented.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So you mean sort of like a wish list, as someone that is renting, to be able to create a wish list and say, I want to put my name on the list to rent this very specific Bezoge. That's something we could build in.
It's like pop-up
Definitely,
notification, like push notification on your phone, or I think that's what Saswit is coming at.
I almost think of it as bidding logic. So in the end, it's a bit like, okay, I can see what bids are in for renting of my Bezoge, and I can pick the best bid. That's kind of the way I'd think of it. And it'd be maybe the best bid wins. Maybe on a day I'm feeling really super kind, I'll let it out on a discount to the lowest bid. But what are you thinking, Swifty?
Yeah, that sounds good. Even just the push notification to know that it's available, so you can like jump in and try to snatch it, would be cool.
Yeah, I think that's Swifty. I think that's actually the best way. I think keeping it as simple as possible and sort of making it. It's sort of like I know this experience
First come, first serve.
my girlfriend is like a Chanel handbag, right? You get your name on the list. You get your name on the list, and when that sales representative calls you and says they've got one in stock, you run to the store and get it. That's what that push notification is like. You put your name down for that Bezoge. When it's available, you get a little notification, and whoever gets there first gets it. So I think, that's the way to implement it. And I think actually one of the most fun ways to implement it. It might be a little bit infuriating sometimes, but that's sort of part of the fun, right? That as soon as the one that you want is available, you've got to be quick. So I think, that's something that we could implement.
Or you buy your favorite Bezoge.
Well, that's the other solution to it, yeah. But if you haven't bought it and you want to get yourself on a waiting list, you're going to have to be quick. As soon as it's available, you're going to have to grab it.
And then,
okay. Thanks, Swifty.
It was a two-parter. Can you stack weapons to rent to people? So, I know you said the pet Zogies would be down the road, being able to bundle them, but would your Bezoge be equipped? Could you equip it with like a weapon to rent out?
We want to have different levels of weapons that might only be usable by certain characters. So by certain players, sorry, based on sort of a level system. So that might be something, that's something that we're probably not going to build in the very beginning. But exactly like I said with pets, exactly with pets, it'll be something that we might build in later and we might not. But the weapons are a little bit more complex because of how we want to make them work. So weapons as part of rental, probably not in the beginning. We want people to work their way up and create their own weapons. That's sort of part of it. And a lot of the mechanics of the game are designed around the fact that people will be trading weapons. They'll be the most sought after things, weapons and items. So yeah, weapons probably won't be rentable, especially in the very beginning, because the entire game revolves around the selling of the weapons rather than the rental of the weapons. Sorry, Swifty, just to add one thing in. The main reason for the rental and making the rental available is not for the actual rental system itself. It's to make the barrier to entry to play the game zero. So rental of weapons, as they're non-essential items, you can play the game without weapons, without special weapons. So the rental is not as essential, if that makes sense.
Understood. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Sorry, my connection is extremely bad this week. I'm not really sure what's going on with it. I keep getting cut off, and I can't hear when people are speaking. So sorry if I've been talking over people. I'm trying to read the captions.
Doglord, do we have any questions on YouTube?
Let me just have a look.
Thank you.
There's a DAO vote to change our host for next week's AMA, guys. I encourage every holder to go out there and vote.
Someone's
I'm waiting.
Question has asked, when is the developers deathmatch going to happen?
Let me say this first. Next
A
week
developer deathmatch.
Yeah.
Developer deathmatch. Interesting.
I came in second place by popular vote.
Developer. As soon as we have the PvP arena, we can definitely stream a developer deathmatch. 100%. But what I was going to say is next week, what we'll do is I'll log in on the Legends of Bezogia account. Paolo, who's in charge of our socials, will log in on the main Bezogia account, and I will come in as a co-host rather than a host. So hopefully that'll resolve the connection issues that we have.
Thank you.
Right, let me bring on Oscar as a question. If you can connect.
Hey guys.
I'll bring on James at the same time.
You guys hear me?
Yep.
So I just wanted to mention to everyone, obviously Super Bowl is coming up, which is probably the most watched event in the sporting world. I don't know if anyone saw Warren Sapp just posted a picture with him wearing a Bezoge mask. So do not be, we might get some nice kind of pickup in terms of view.
Oscar, you're breaking up.
Over the next week as Warren is in Los Angeles doing interviews.
Oscar, you're breaking up.
Yeah, we'll follow up on the notes with Oscar and then make sure they're in our AMA recap.
Apparently, it's not breaking up for some people.
Hey, Oscar.
Did you guys hear me?
I think that's me and
you guys hear me?
It's our China
You were
internet,
breaking up.
I didn't hear.
Okay.
Do you guys hear me now or no?
Oh, now I can hear you. Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. So what I was stating is that do not be surprised, everyone, if we get to see Bezoge in the public sphere this week, as Warren Sapp is doing interviews, being on TV, doing radio, and so forth during Super Bowl week. He's a very big name in terms of football, and as he just did about an hour ago or 30 minutes ago, he posted him flying with the Bezoge mask. So what I expect to happen is he's going to try to give us exposure as much as possible during the whole week while he's in Los Angeles and doing all the worldwide news stuff for the Super Bowl. So I think we should get some nice kind of in-views in reference to the public, seeing the Bezoge name all over the Super Bowl.
Thank you, Oscar.
That sounds awesome.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Hey, James.
Hey, how you doing? So my question is just about the roadmap. Obviously, it's quite important for investor confidence or anyone looking to join the project. At the moment, the roadmap that you guys have published on the website is quite out of date, and there's some goals that you guys have set there, particularly for the last couple of quarters, that haven't been met. Obviously, anybody new to Bezoge coming in, one of the first things that they're going to look at is that roadmap. So I wondered if we're going to see an updated version of that with some more achievable goals soon.
James, absolutely, yes. Part of the new website launch, roadmap will be there at launch. And that will be with updated content across both development, marketing, and all aspects of the business. So that'll be a completely refreshed roadmap, also updated for the complete 2022, broken down by quarter. So that will be expected at launch.
Brilliant, sure, okay. And then just a follow up to that is obviously I appreciate that you guys with development scope.
Sorry, I can't hear anyone. So
go on.
Other people are going to take over the CMA. Unfortunately, I won't be able to answer any questions because I honestly can't hear anything. And there's some connection issues this week.
That's fine. I'll keep you on DM.
Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, it was just a follow up. Obviously, I understand that with development, there's scope change and dates move around. But one of the things that I definitely would like to see from Bezoge is some more concrete dates on sort of like when we can expect to see some of these goals being hit from your updated roadmap.
Shahid, do you want to answer that?
I was only going to refer to as and when things are hit on the roadmap, we will update those achievements and give maybe a status signal as to items are almost a traffic signal system, whether they're off track, on track, or ahead of schedule. So I'd like to incorporate some dynamic elements within the roadmap as well to give you some progress indication. But yeah, that's all I wanted to add.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Yeah, did Doglord, were you going to add something?
We were actually just gonna have a whole roadmap revamp this week.
Literally.
So that would also be done with the new website.
Correct.
So that's what I wanted to add.
Sure.
Paolo, you're the co-host. Is there any other questions out there? Paolo?
I'm adding Damien as a speaker. It's just connecting.
Hey guys, my name is Lucas Kovnatsky. Was the promoter for the last boxing show that you guys helped us out with and sponsored. Just wanted to thank you guys on behalf of the RBK Promotions team and Damien Knimba for the support. I think we had a great outcome for our first show. A lot of supporters, Polish American supporters that were there, and then also supporting Bezoge and helping us invest on the project. I'm just looking forward to what you guys have in store. Just want to thank you guys again. Looking forward to what the future has.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lucas.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. That was and the exposure that Bezogia got was also really good, man. It was very centered and nice. So thanks for that too, for you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Oscar, again for putting us on and letting us be part of the team so early, and hopefully we get in some more work together. Take care.
Absolutely. Thank you, Oscar. And that was a great collaboration. Small, it was local, completely different market, and it shows that we're prepared to explore and test in different areas, and something we will expand further. Thank you.
You have another question from Peter Michiche. Go ahead.
Oh, hi. I was just wondering, what is the correlation to Bezoge and Shiba? Because it seems like when Shiba goes up, like a week or a week and a half later, Bezoge will pump. Is there any correlation between Bezoge and Shiba?
Could be purely coincidental, I think, but also there's a lot of Shiba community that supports Bezoge.
Yeah.
So I think that when they're like making profits, they're cashing out those profits and investing in Bezoge. I mean, if there was a correlation, right?
Maybe the Shiba brothers are buying.
Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, we got the
They're here
Shiba
listening
brothers
as well.
and then we got Russ Davis that they kind of are involved with both Shiba and Bezoge. So how's the game progressing? Is it pretty good? I'm sorry, I chimed in late. Is it going pretty good so far?
Yes, you should have a look back at the YouTube and have a look at some demos on the game. You'll find a lot of content on YouTube of what the game looks and what the experience is like.
Oh, okay, great.
So I recommend you to go take a look on YouTube and just search Legends of Bezogia.
Yeah, I've been looking. It's looking great.
If you go on our channel too.
So Swifty puts out some great content out there as well.
Yeah.
Swifty and Rabbit.
Yeah, Swifty, I'm watching
Even Bezoge
you
Holder does a lot of good content.
I'm watching Swifty stream sometimes when I'm working on some of the templates in the evening, and then it's good, all great content.
Got it. And then did they already go over regulation? Are we worried about regulation coming up if with what's going on in the White House here in the U.S.?
We haven't actually seen regulations come yet, especially. Yes, we don't market in Asia. That's something we don't do, especially in China. Apart from that, we're not regulatory compliant to even the States because we're not an entity based in States.
Got it. Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Those were some good questions.
Thank you.
No more requests so far.
No questions.
All right, that sounds good. No one else wants to come up and speak or say a few words from the community?
Yeah, no more questions on.
There's another one from Ethan408. Go ahead, Ethan.
Guys, whoever needs to speak can just kind of raise their hands so then we can kind of bring you on one by one.
Go ahead, Ethan. You're on mute.
Oh, hi guys, how you doing?
Great, Ethan. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Hey, man.
Thanks for the great work, guys. I mean, it's probably my only token that I ever owned in this crypto things, and for some reason, I really enjoy you guys, what you're doing. Great job. But I just want to ask one question. I'm not too much with the games and all of that, but at least going forward, there was a question about why the stock or why the token is going up, and we got disconnected. But I just want to add something. I hope I don't sound like I'm not being positive, which is totally not. I am very positive about this. But I noticed something when is it okay to ask about this kind of things? I don't want to kind of change the subject. What you guys?
Yeah, go ahead, dude. Go ahead,
Okay.
ask away, man. Ask anything.
Okay, great. The question that I have, as soon as we start the Twitter space, I noticed for many times, like we were up in the price, and there is a what you call it, a wallet on Ethereum that they just start dumping, and it's not the first time. They dumped like about 30 total of 30 Ethereum, and I kind of highlighted the wallet. Now we don't have control. Obviously I don't know again too much about the crypto and all of these stuff, but I'm just curious. Can someone like short or dump uh, a token that they don't own, or is that someone that he own and he's dumping, or is it hard to know because it's always like
No,
this on Uniswap.
on Uniswap, you have to own the token. So whoever has sold is a genuine seller, and if he was shorting, he would actually have to buy back and fulfill his books again. So, in all honesty, Ethan, we don't really analyze the charts. Again, it's people's assets are in their wallets. Uniswap and the smart contracts gives them the right to buy, to sell, as they wish. I don't know about that coincidence around the Twitter space, but that's an interesting observation.
It's not the
In the
first
crypto,
time.
there's a big common phenomenon in crypto, which is like buy the rumor, sell the news.
Could be that, yeah. Could be that.
I mean, the AMAs have always been regularly scheduled for Mondays, so it's kind of it's been there consistently, right?
Yeah, like our AMA every Monday at the same time.
So basically, they can, if someone don't own the coin, they can short it. If I mean, I don't know, it's on Ethereum.
No, there is no way you can do that.
No, you can't do that.
I see. Okay.
So we
There's no
don't
way
have
you can
any.
short without owning the tokens, and even you can't short when you own the tokens right now. There's no shorts on Bezoge token.
Okay. I guess it's someone that they made a good probably money and they don't know what they're gonna be missing. So anyway, I just don't want I just don't want to move into the good work you guys doing and start something else. But I just want to get your opinion, and that's make me more believer now in your work. So thank you guys, and I'll just go off right now.
Thank you. That was
you.
a genuine concern. Thank you for bringing that forward.
No, I was going to say, Ethan, as well, there's a lot of lucky community members that got into the project very early on. They've been in the project since April, May, the first days, the first weeks of the project. So I think naturally there's going to be some profit taking because they're huge gains from where we've started. And still, when you look at the chart, I love the charts. When I look at the chart, it still looks like a flat line really from where we're starting from. So yeah, just wanted to add. Thank you.
I think if I could just add something to majority of the people that have been involved in the project itself, whether it's the underpaid workers or whoever, I don't think not only has pretty much everyone not sold, but if anything, and I could even speak for myself, have bought and kept buying and sold. I don't think we watch the charts too much. I know the public loves to look at the charts, but I think this has been stated multiple times, and I think Shahid actually hit on the point very well today. We all view this as the beginning of something that will be unbelievable. And I think that everyone that's on this AMA call on a weekly basis is on the AMA call because they believe the same thing. I think the development and the work that has been done has been tremendous. And I think it's just a kind of a public idea that when you look at the charts, you want to see where it's going and so forth. But in terms of anyone that's really involved in the project, we're looking at it from a long-term basis, and we see ourselves being the biggest project that there is in crypto gaming. And anyway, I love all you guys. That's all I have for the week.
Much love. Thanks, Oscar.
Any more questions, guys? Please request to speak.
If anyone wants to speak, they can raise their hands and we'll bring you up as a speaker, even if you don't have a question and just want to mention a few things.
Maybe while we're waiting, I will be working on the charity section this week. That is one of the templates that are yet to finalize. So Carrie and I will sync up. We're gathering a lot of the media gallery in terms of a lot of the good work Ernesto's been doing in charity. So yeah, a lot of that content will be incorporated, and we will have a charity section.
Yeah, definitely. On that note, I have to say that Ernesto, what an amazing guy. What an initiative. I think what started off as a small plan to just give established itself as a Bezo charity, and all the credit goes to Ernesto. We've moved from doing about 6 charities a month, normally kind of focused towards orphanages, to I think 9 charities a month now. Each of these charities are amazing, like captured by Ernesto. Tons of food, help, support, even currency is given. So man, it's just amazing to see it grow, man. I'd love to see it get featured well on our website, Shahid.
Absolutely. I think one other thing to add as well is, as we grow and the team grows, we will be looking at things like internships within the various functions within the business, whether it's marketing, game design. So there will be other opportunities that we'll be exploring for really giving back to the community, whether it's in the form of education, charity, opportunities to learn some new skills. All of these things are, extremely important. As we grow as humans, we want to be able to give some of this knowledge back and share our experiences. At least that's one of the goals for me.
We have another question from Mestop07. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for having me on, team. I'm really bullish on this project, and we're really glad to be in these spaces with y'all. And my question is, I have two questions. Where do we see our token supply by mainnet launch? And when will staking be available, like a couple days or a week before beta?
So for staking, Jeff is the right person to speak to. Not sure if he's on the host right now.
I can try.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Token supply by mainnet launch. It's very hard to say. There will be more tokens getting locked up. There'll be more tokens being, let's say, in the staking within the burn itself. I think, a lot of these things will contribute to that. I mean, I would assume that staking will at least take up about 10%, if not more. So, I think we'll be looking at having around 30 quadrillion, something around that would be an estimate that I have. I think somewhere around, we're already down to 44 quadrillion. So, I mean, I think it's reasonably realistic to say that, another 10 quadrillion would be locked up. Especially if you assume that we have six quadrillion between as the treasury and the development team. So, then you're only looking at another 4 quadrillion on top of that to be staked. It's very realistic to see something like that happening.
Okay, great. Thank you.
We have another question from Pacho74. Please unmute yourself.
Thanks a lot. This is Paul. How are everybody? So I have a question regarding the cinematic trailer. Apparently, a lucky few have seen a shortened version of the trailer, and even a luckier few had the opportunity to enjoy a privileged leak for a few moments, and then it was pulled back. I think we're all eager to see that leaked version of the trailer. Any possibility to bring it forward and just give it to the community, seeing that we're in such a good mood, and we want.
Who wants to answer?
I can answer that. I read I didn't hear a single word you said, but I read the caption.
Okay.
Luckily, I have the captions now. They've been helping me. So we're not going to release that until at least the new website is launched. We do have the one that was leaked. We still have no idea who managed to leak that. But anyway, that wasn't planned by ourselves. Someone somehow leaked it, and basically that's not even a final version of even the teaser. So we will share at least a teaser of the trailer sometime after the new website is launched, but not today.
Oh, Jeff, you broke my heart.
It's not
Hey,
finished.
you got a
Jeff.
Bezoge who's waiting for you to sign up for the alpha.
That
I'm going
leak,
to mute
wasn't
myself,
that
guys, because I
that
can't
leak?
hear anything you're saying. I feel like I'm going to be speaking over everyone, so I'm going to mute myself again.
That leak was incomplete as well. I mean, the textures and it wasn't. I don't know how the hell it got out.
Okay, all right. Just okay, that sounds great. Just hints and tips on the subscribers channel of Bezoge and of Legends of Bezogia in YouTube. You've got a trailer option, so just update the trailer option there too.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, we'll be running pre-roll ads as well across the board with different cuts of the trailer. So this is all planned as part of the launch. Yeah, once we're ready and it's polished.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Another question from Bezoge Mob.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey.
What's up? I just want to ask a question. When Lambo? No, I'm just kidding. How's the progress going with the Blue Beginnings and the Mimazon? I know you guys are going to have to do something with the Mimazon and change things around. So, is there any updates on that?
So maybe not the name Mimazon, but we're already planning the R&D for e-com and merch. So this is already underway in terms of planning phase. That won't be there at go live with launch with the site. We will have very shortly after launch the media gallery or gallery for Bezogis, which will effectively be the marketplace. But a lot of marketplace functionality will come in iterations. So you can think of constant updates we'll have to the site, whether it's sections, functionality, and subtle updates to creative.
Okay, I don't know if it broke up a little bit on this space. How soon is that going to be launched after the game, or do you have a timeline when the Mimazon or the e-commerce space is actually going to be up and running?
So I'd like e-com to be up and running in Q2. That would be in a realistic timeline. And then there may be some integration within the game, but I think some of the game integration mechanics will probably come later. But I think maybe, Jeff, you can add anything on e-com within the game. But e-com on site is definitely happening. This is part of the plan. E-com specifically will come after language expansion. So first phase is to get the site launched. Phase 2 will then be to expand globally into key languages, Spanish, Turkish, and so on and so forth. And then thereafter will be to enable e-com. So that would be kind of, I'm giving you a bit of a leak of the roadmap.
Awesome, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, next we have James and then Timothy next. Go ahead, James.
If you're talking about me, I've already asked my question. Sorry, I wasn't requesting anymore.
Thanks.
Timothy, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. How are you? I don't have a question. I just have a shout out to the community for being so helpful and patient with people, especially new people to crypto throughout all the social media outlets, led by Carrie and Sir Swifty and folks like that. They're just fantastic. I'm getting lots of compliments and lots of thank yous for being so patient with people. So just a shout out to that. Brian Wolf, Greg DiNardo, folks like that, they spend a lot of time answering some, to us, sometimes very basic questions, but they're super patient over and over and again. So I just want to pass that thank you from some newbies to the community for being so helpful.
Amazing feedback. Thank you, Timothy. Thank you, Carrie. You do an amazing job. You know this already.
Of course. That's what I'm here for, right?
In fact, why don't you share? Where are you going to be up? Where are you going to be in the next week or two?
So, yes, the 17th through the 21st of February, I'm going to be attending the large East Denver event. So I'll be reaching out, networking, talking to everyone I possibly can. So you guys can expect me to probably not have a voice by the 21st.
Nice.
I love that, Gary.
Zach, Paolo, we have any more questions?
No requests anymore.
I have a question.
Should we wrap up the AMA if there's no more questions?
I think Bezoge, Peter has a question. Go ahead, Peter.
You know, how what's a timeline usually to create a play to earn game? Does it usually take about? I mean, is it usually about a year and a half, or how long does it take to create a game? Usually.
Have you played Sandbox?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so to give you an understanding, a game like Sandbox was launched in 2017, and they finally launched their alpha last month. So it really depends upon the scale for us. The advantage is because we are based out of China, we can easily get talent. Talent is available very easily, especially in the city we live in and we operate in.
Yes.
So that increase things that can take months in the West happens in weeks in the East. That's how fast moving pace we work in specifically in China. So I think that's what adds more to our development, the speed of our development. So we started the project in May, and we started the game development a month or two after that, because the first 2 months we're planning and stages like that. And with what we have achieved so far, we're kind of happy with the speed we've been going at. And
can you play the beta version? Sorry about that.
We're still on track.
So people can play. So people are playing the Sandbox beta version.
People can play the Sandbox beta version. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You can also play the alpha version of Legends of Bezoge. You just need to sign up on the alpha form and.
Oh, okay. And so I think like okay. So I think wouldn't like releasing it prematurely not be as beneficial, like if it's not refined?
We actually need to open the game up in alpha because it helps us to understand, test the game out with a lot of users, understand the bugs, fix the bugs. It's a test ground, so it's not that everyone is allowed. Only the people that are registering for the alpha are interested to play the alpha are allowed in, who can provide valuable feedback on the game.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice. And what video game developers do you have involved in the project? Any notable ones that have developed? I know you had the guy from Minds of Warcraft, right? You got him involved?
No, so we have Sylvan, who's worked with World of Warcraft, who's also done with Game of Thrones. He's done the quest system for Game of Thrones. So he has onboarded our team as well. And then there's Benji. He's the lead game developer. I don't know if you can see him on the contact list. He has a cat, a cute cat.
Yeah.
With a bow tie. So that's our lead game developer. I have not come across anyone who has done a VR game and a PC game, because it's really difficult to do a VR and a PC game together. And so far, I've not come across anyone apart from Benji who's done that. So that's the kind of skill set that Benji brings on board and experience that Benji brings onto our team.
Huh.
Yeah. I hope
And
that
the
answers
gameplay
your
is going to
question.
be kind of like Zelda, or is it going to be what's the gameplay going to be like?
So the game was inspired by Zelda, so you will see a lot of resemblance of the world of Zelda in our game. So it's a kind of a Mario 64 and a Zelda crossbreed.
I kind of describe it a little bit as Sonic the Hedgehog meets Mario meets World of Warcraft, something like that.
I
kind of
played all
feels,
those games.
everything wrapped into one.
I guess it's 1:15. If there's no more questions, we can we wrap up
I have
this
one
AMA?
more. Are you gonna like be able to purchase real estate in the game? Are you guys gonna have that, or how's that gonna work?
Sorry to cut you off.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Expect like you know a little bit about Bezoge too, right?
Huh? I'm sorry.
Like your profile picture is Bezoge, your name is Bezoge. That's what it's showing up as.
Yeah,
and you're
sorry
asking
about
us,
that.
like basic questions about Bezoge. So what's up, dude? Like where have you been?
I've just been working, and I haven't been able to chime in to the AMAs, but I've been invested in the project since like the beginning. But the thing is, I just never chimed into the AMA.
Okay, I was like, man, I mean, it's like you should be the one giving us the answers here.
Well, not really. It's not my company, but thank you for I'm just wondering. Oh, so should I apologize.
No, it's cool. I like it. I like the fact that it's the profile picture and stuff. It gives it's like marketing
I
our
actually
brand.
like the picture. The picture's cool.
It's the first ever iteration of the Bezoge that we ever made. So it kind of gives me like deja vu. It throws me back, you know?
Yeah. I like it a lot. It's really cool little picture, actually. It's like a little businessman. It's a Bezoge.
Yeah, but
Peter, you can join Telegram and I'll gladly answer any questions you may have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, and check out our wiki, man.
I guess it's
our wiki.
It's almost one. Yeah.
So I was about to say, everyone that needs to learn or know about the in-game mechanics should definitely check out our wiki publication. It talks about how the mechanics are designed and a lot of information that you would learn about, how code is applied to these kind of things when it comes to game mechanics and play-to-earn economies. So it's just wiki.bezogia.com. You should check it out.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Well, thank you for answering my questions.
Thank you for asking the questions.
All right, thank you.
I guess we can wrap up this AMA. It's already 1:20 on my end as well. I mean, Jeff is getting sleepy.
I hadn't finished answering the why are we pumping question, but I guess we'll leave it for the next AMA.
Yeah.
I'll ask again next week.
I'm ready for it. I'll come more prepared for it.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah,
thank you, everyone.
Team,
Yeah,
thank
thanks,
everyone. Sorry that my
thank you all you guys for joining us.
I'm going to use I'll use a different VPN next week.
We'll use a different host next week.
That's probably better, to be honest.
Hey, one more real quick thing for me. I've got a leak I want to share with everyone, but I'm going to post it to StockTwits. So if you don't have a StockTwits account, sign up and be on the lookout.
Okay. Drop a link. I've got a StockTwits account.
All right, see everyone next week. Bye-bye.
Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.